County Commissioner wetu, our very hard-working leader of security and other matters here in Uasin Gishu, every other leader that have not been able to recognize, all the stakeholders, good afternoon. Leo kwa sababu tuko na mgeni mkubwa sana, CS mzima wa fedha. Sisi watu hapa ground tunyamaze tumsikize wote. Sinimpe nafasi. Kwa hivyo singependa kuongea zaidi ya hapo. Mimi naitwa Mheshimiwa Cherono Caroline Ono na ningependa tu kumpongeza. Sijui kama mnajua alikuwa hapa 2 weeks ago. Mnajua na akatujengea kanisa moja pale Kapkoi, akahakikisha kwamba amepatana pia na wafanyabiashara, akahakikisha kwamba amewapea masikio. Kwa hivyo leo vile amerudi, for the very first time we have a CS of finance ambaye anasikiza. Letu tu ni kumpea support. Nataka niwahakikishia kwamba tangu ashike nafasi hiyo katika ofisi ya finance, nyinyi mumeona governors wakishika matawi wakisema pesa imechelewa, sio maneno ilisimama. Tunakushukuru, we can see your work. Tungependa pia kushukuru kwa sababu ya mambo ya autonomy ya county assembly. Hivi sasa na kwa muda mrefu tumekuwa tukitegemea as the two arms of government, tunategemeana, lakini ile financial independence ambayo mmetupea, tutahakikisha kwamba tumejikakamua pia kama legislature ku increase ile jambo linaitwa absorption rate. Hadi hapo karibu sana, asante.
Mheshimiwa CS, Mheshimiwa MP wa Keses, kwa majina naitwa Nixon Cheplong, mimi ni Chief Officer wa Economic Planning, and we want to appreciate you for the restructuring the Department of Economic Planning. It is currently working towards the right trajectory and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As we continue with our meeting, I know our CS will be finalizing this discussion in the next 1 hour or so, less than that. Sorry, we want to recognize our PSS. You know, PS Economic Planning and your colleague. It looks like it skipped my mind. So Karibuni was in Gishu. Next time, I'll not forget that. Apologies. I want to invite, I know there is a representative of our senator, Mr. Simon Kemei. Just stand up and wave. Kemei is our manager at the senator's office. So Karibu. Ningependa kumkaribisha my MP, Honorable CPA Ruto, so that he can give his comments or his remarks. Alafu atakaribisha PS. Alafu PS sasa utakaribisha Bwana CS. Karibu Mheshimiwa.
Thank you so much, our County Secretary for Uasin Gishu, Waziri, because he was serving one time as Waziri hapa, Philip Matelong. Our Cabinet Secretary, National Treasury, FCPA, John Buddy. Our 2 PSS, Makoa and Odede for investment and asset management for the country, and Makoa for the national planning. Na wananchi watukufu ambao wamejitokeza kwa wingi kufika hapa kwa siku maalum ambaye tumeitwa na waziri wetu wa fedha kuja kujadiliana pamoja masuala ya mipango za kiuchumi, mipango za bajeti yetu ya taifa la Kenya, na kila mmoja ambaye amefika hapa. Bwana asifiwe. Leo ni Jumapili. Bwana asifiwe. I'm sure you must have started this meeting with a word of prayer. Comrades power. Umetulia. Na si soka hapa. Comrade power. Wenye wako huko? Iko njaa? Iko njaa? Ngoja nione saa kwanza. Imefika saa yake? Ndio hiyo. Well, I should be very brief. Today is not my meeting. And first of all, CS Karibu Uasin Gishu. On behalf of the leadership of this county, together from governor, the elected members of parliament, senator, and all those who never met to be here, we want to say Karibu Sana. We want to thank you, Bwana CS. Since day one, you are brought in as a cabinet secretary for National Treasury. And we were informed, some of us whom we were in UDA, the bottom-up agenda. And you on the other side, I don't know, the agenda was, we had 2 different agendas. Ilikuwa shida kwetu kukubali. it took us time to be convinced by the president that it is possible for us to work with the people we were competing against. I remember in the National Assembly, the CS Mbadi was sitting on the other side, except that he's an accountant like me, and I would listen to him when he takes microphone to talk and agitate or castigate or bring out issue on opposing what the government is saying. We were not ready to work. We were not ready to accept. But who is God? Today, the National Treasury of the Republic of Kenya is sitting at the County Hall of Eldoret. We've had several ministers of the National Treasury there before, the very strong and powerful ones. But at no time did they Lord themselves to come to where our MATIANG'I are, so that we discuss the national issues together and agree on how to take our nation. Bwana Waziri, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Immediately you ascended to that office, I saw you walking from the National Treasury all the way mpaka Jivanjii Garden kwa bunge la wananchi, so that you can have a talk and discussion with wananchi on how wananchi are viewing and perceiving the affairs of their nation. It should be taken vis-a-vis where the bosses are sitting at the head office, at the boardrooms, and discuss how our nation should be done. Today, on Sunday, you are here in Eldoret. I'm informed that this is not the first county you have visited. You have come through several counties, even from Migori. You are here today, and this week you are still moving across the nation. You as a cabinet secretary. You know, watu wajuangi, waziri yule mwenye ako na security yote, anabebanga ile mkoba, yenye iko na budget yote ya Kenya. A very coveted office. And you are here listening to our wananchi leo wamekuambia maneno yao. And be able to respond to them and speak out to them. Last year, the other year, 2024, I'm in Parliament. All of us know what happened. We almost lost our country on finance bill of 2024. But Waziri, if you would listen, the contentious issues which were being profound at that time, and most of them were information that had already been distorted and is misinformed. But because the CS was sitting in the office and he could not speak about his own finance bill, Macu people would be blaming Parliament. The owner and the originator of the budget and finance bill is this man who is sitting here today. All the proposals is the one who is bringing out. It makes difference for him to come and speak about here in Eldoret, speak about in Nairobi, before when they come to Parliament, so that wananchi can enrich it, wananchi can support it. Because all of us, we have got one agenda. We want to develop our nation. Right now, Waziri, I've had a student talking about the cost of education. And it's a privilege, I'm sure you'll get a moment, to speak to us about the real cost, the nominal cost of education from ECD, primary, secondary, up to university. Because it is our desire as a nation that education being a basic social security need, it should be as cheap, it should be taken by the government so that we have a literate society. Society with knowledge, society that has acquired literacy, is society that can be progressive. We really want to know where we are going. Lastly, because it's not my time, I've just come to welcome you. I know Kenyans are following. On Tuesday, you appeared in our committee. I sit in the Committee of Finance and National Planning, where we are oversighting the Department of National Treasury. And you came to lay the grounds of why you, as the owner of all and every investment in the Republic of Kenya, up to including the investment in Safaricom, why you think it is that time we need to exercise the assets we have and generate revenue to finance our budget, the deficit in the budget vis-a-vis borrowing that is becoming untenable as we talk right now. I'm sure you must have laid our budget structure. Looking at our budget for financial year 2025-2026, for people who have been keen and following, if you remove the money that are going to counties, around 500 billion, you remove the money that are going to recurrent, almost 1.something billion, that is PE, personnel emolument, and those that are supposed to support the operation of the government, there is an element which is of a priority in nature. It is called consolidated fund services, which has grown to almost 1.4 trillion. The component of that CFS is nothing but repayment of loan interest, not even the principal. And if we continue like this, rest be assured, is either we are going to agree as a Kenya one day and say we stop running the government of the day and pay off the debts and close the nation for 1 year or 2 years without any development. But I don't know where we are going to survive. How will our health services survive? How will our education survive? So we must come to a point of discussing and agreeing together as a nation, not as a person, as a nation, disregarding our boundaries in political persuasions, disregarding our boundaries in religious persuasion, disregarding our boundaries in ethnical persuasion, and agree that as a country, Kenya, with the entire 43 tribes, we must come to a point of honesty and transparency and agree to make a decision, a very tough one, so that we can offload and relieve ourselves from the shackles of the dead. And that is why we are ready to support you. We are ready as a National Assembly to support you. Exercise. The only thing that these Kenyans will be asking Waziri, when you receive this money, with clarity, or where are we going to put this money so that we can see growth of our economy and be able to reinvest back in the future opportunities and we sustain our nation. Otherwise, leo sitasema mengi ya nyumbani kama kwa niaba ya viongozi na kukaribisha nyumbani. The other day you were here and I'm sure you were able to meet someone na ukasema utarudi. Si waziri ni mtu mzuri amerudi tena leo ama namna gani? Hii maneno ya expert iko sawa sawa, mnaonaje? Iko chonje ya expert. Kwa huyu FCVM badi. Wangapi wanakubali serikali iko sawa with the experts coming in? Tuko pamoja. Muinue tena mkono waziri aone. Wangapi we are comfortable with the experts being in the cabinet? Thank you so much. Si namna hiyo? Sio ndio Kenya tunataka? So waziri mkiendelea namna hii, hata hii broad base naona hii watu wamekubali. Tunangojea hiyo maneno mliongea Mombasa, tumalize by May. Hii serikali inakuja tuendeleshe mbele, na tukimaliza yule rais atafuata ni John Badi, si mtu mwingine. Mwenye anaendesha Kenya Treasury William akimaliza, John Badi tuendelee mbele. With that much I've said, allow me now to invite my two PSS. Oded, I see you already come over, and then my PS for Makoa for economic planning. Ile maneno ya CDF mnasemanga si tunakula.